Hello, this is a Hall of Fame film from the European server WinnieANKA. In his Luchs, we're in Karelia standard mode. South spawn. No artillery. Lots of TDs. 3 scouts apiece. And like I said, lots of TDs. When you're a scout driver and there are lots of TDs, it's kind of scary. Because a lot of them can just turn you into dust instantly. So I've never seen him on this map. I have no idea where he's going to go. Pretty much anywhere you go, you have to be worried about those TDs sitting in the background and picking you off if you get spotted. So you have to play with that threat constantly in mind. Doesn't matter whether you go to the donut, go up the middle, go to the north. There's going to be TDs sitting back in the bushes and behind rocks just waiting for you to get spotted and trying to snipe you. So you want to try to stay concealed or behind cover as much as possible here. And there's a target too good to pass up, and he has the rock right there to duck behind right away. Get a little bit of damage on the 12T, and once he's loaded, he'll try it again. But I don't know if the guy's going to stay exposed. Maybe he is. Not at the moment. His AMX 12T is located all kinds of tanks to the north. He dies, but didn't really get much accomplished, but he sure did light up a lot of the enemy defense, which can be beneficial in the future. Oh, there's the 12T exposing himself again. Just, if you're on the donut, don't make yourself visible to the middle. Just not in standard mode, because there's people just sitting back waiting for you to get too close to the edge up there to where they can see you. You're almost guaranteed to get spotted by somebody down here. So if you're on top of the ridge or on this side and you get spotted, there's always tanks either sitting here or sitting here, depending on what side you're on, waiting to try to snipe you. So it's cool to take the donut, but if you don't understand where the fire is going to come from, it can be very devastating for you to take the donut. You have to have a good feel for the rest of the map and know where the enemy tanks are, or you die a quick death. Which is what their team's doing right now. He's behind 0-3. A couple more tanks and it's going to be really hard to pull out a win. I didn't mention this at the beginning, but I could have. He is the only tier 4 in the battle. There is no other T4 here, enemy team or his team. He's the only tier 4. So this is definitely a challenging fight, but at the same time, when it comes to XP, man, if you do good in a tier 7 fight in a tier 4 scout, you can get gobs of XP. There he picks off the Type 64. Score 1 for the little guy. And you can see if you get exposed, people are going to be shooting at you. Now they've managed to get back in the fight a little bit. They're only down 1 tank now. They've had some tanks shift over to the south because they were really weak over there. The IS was kind of trying to defend it by himself. And he's had a help shift over, so that's good. They really aren't in a bad position to the north, but there's two of the biggest TDs sitting up there, and it's going to be really hard to mount any offense along the extreme northern flank. They'd have much more success kind of shooting their way through the middle if they want to go that route right now. Or they can just keep a couple tanks here and try to keep the TDs from advancing while the southern flank hopefully can push people back and force them to adjust. But charging through the north right now is not a good idea. The IS is going down after the T-34, which is a good idea. Find where you can overmatch somebody and exploit that. And if you do it enough, you will create a hole that then you can shoot through. Or you can isolate the bigger tanks and get them caught in a flank-a-boom type situation to where you can take them out without exposing yourself to their big guns. And WinnieANKA recognized that and was coming down to try to help, but IS doesn't need help against T-34. It's already a mismatch. And they have it back down to one tank again. That 12T is still hanging out up there. Let's see if he gets it. Not that time. Gotta take the shot though, because it's sitting right there and you never know where your little gunner's going to aim or go to, so that could have been a kill. There's some good damage on the A44, and he's going like, what the heck? How's that tank hurting me? Where is he at? They just can't pull even in this fight. Every time they get within a tank, they start losing a couple more. So now he gets to fire again. That's an awful lot of hit points to take off a tank in a Luchs, though. We'll see how long that A44 sits there and lets him fire at him. This could be amusing. .12T was back behind a rock, though, it looks like. Really don't want to go up after the 12T right now because the A44, if you get spotted, the A44 is in a position to pick you off. This will be interesting too. If the AMX comes down here and gives him his flank, he can take him out. I wouldn't sit here and shoot at his front, but if he comes up the... If he's not aware of what he's doing, he's going to let Winnie pick him off. Ah. Hopefully he can reload without getting shot. He can take this guy out next clip. Oh, now he definitely can. You can go for the A44, man. I'd take out the TD first right now. That TD can one-shot me and he's right behind me. Oh, he's dead now. Good deal. So now you can concentrate on the 44. Let's see what he does. They're down 3 tanks right now.
Target acquired. We didn't penetrate their armor.
Get behind the rock. Don't let him shoot to you. Perfect though, because it turns the J Panther so the guy up on top of the hill can shoot into his flank. Scouts can be just a total nuisance to people. They get them to make mistakes. But you have to, because if you don't pay attention to them, they do this to you. Set them on fire and get a bunch of damage. And now the J Panther's in a world of hurt because he can't get away from the Luchs, and if he turns, the AT-7's going to get him. Go, little Luchs. Not in front of him. It turned so tight compared to what he's used to doing, he almost turned too quick. I was like, oops, I don't want to turn that fast. And the J Panther's going down the hill. He's conceded defeat right now. I was like, okay, I'm going to die, but I'm going to make you chase me. Very bad, J Panther. All you had to do is go up against the rock and not let him run circles around you. But some people never learn. Now it's 2 against 4 and they're capping. The AT-7's almost up on the hill. WinnieANKA's going to be, oh, it's the AMX 12T, and right now he's thinking, yay, I get to go kill you at last. You won't be able to hide behind a rock from me this time. Just hope the A44 stays away long enough to pull this off. And the AT-7 might beat him to it, but I doubt it. He's going to be focused on the TD, and that's going to let Winnie come up here and just put a clip into him and take him out. There we go. Perfect. 2-3. The AT-7, I don't know if he realized what he was doing or not, but he played that perfectly because of the way he tried to go around. By going around this way, he diverted the 12T's attention from WinnieANKA as he came up the hill. If the AT-7 had to come up this way, then the 12T might have been able to get a shot off on Winnie as he came up to shoot him. So, like I said, if he did it knowingly, good play. If he did it unknowingly, then still good play, but not as many kudos because he just lucked into a good play. Hopefully he did it knowing what he was doing. Ooh. Gotta get that SU-100 out of there. Don't let that guy go down. All three of them are right there. You gotta help out your TD right now. There we go. Nice and slow fire. Okay. Blasted all at once. And there, right there, I'm not slamming WinnieANKA because you know how many films he has in the Hall of Fame. But a guy who's used to playing the Luchs, instead of just emptying the clip, would have fired ba-boom, 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 and put more shots on clip and taking the shots on target and taking the guy out instead of just unloading, because you just don't have the accuracy when you do that. Now it's 1-on-3. He's going to get this guy in a couple seconds. He should be able to take him out with 2 hits. He just blind shot hoping. You got to be careful now because they're all going to be coming over here after you. They may not have seen you, but they know which way the shots are coming from. So you don't want to end up 1-on-3 because you have that long reload in between clips. So move back, get into a position you can defend their advance from, and then hopefully the weakest guy or the guy with the lowest hit points comes after you, but they're going to cap and force you to come to them. This is where I'd say something like, you chickens, you don't think you can beat me? Come on. I'm only a Luchs. Come take me out. He's going to take this guy out, hopefully. But he's firing into the front of him. Not really an ideal shot for him. But he has concealment, so it gets him. Good job. And there's Scorpion saying, you'll never catch him. It's like, no, you don't understand what's about to happen here. The goal isn't to catch him. The goal is to kill him before he kills you, because he's not going to lead you. He's not going to run away. He's going to try to win. And it's very much within his grasp now. Especially if you can get to the side of this SU-100. The SU-85 is almost dead. So he's coming up to reset cap. This is just a crapshoot. Which way is the guy pointing? You have no idea. Hopefully he's pointing the other way. If not, well then hopefully he doesn't kill you. If he's pointed the other way, it's all over. He can come in and get behind him. Hopefully the 100 can't get back here in time to help out. And next clip, the guy's dead. Just got to be concerned with that SU-100 being able to snipe you from distance. Bam! Okay. 1 tank to go who's severely beat up. You know he's over here, but you don't know exactly where, so he's doing the smart thing. Let me get away. And then I can use my superior view range, hopefully, to find him. There he is. 1 hit, one round takes him out. Dude's just shooting into the blind. He has no idea where he's shooting at. He saw a tank there a little bit ago, so that's what he's shooting at. But all that does right now is tell WinnieANKA that the guy has no idea where he's at, which should be a comforting thought. He's going to elect to come up right here, use the rocks for cover, and hopefully pull out right behind him. Unload the clip Oh, I think he's over to the left. Let's see what he did. He may have decided, damn, I don't know where that Luchs is. I'm going to go hide. If he's smart, he's going to hide really well. There he is. He's caught. He's dead.
Ready to fire.
Game over coming up. There we go.
Armor destroyed.
Excellent comeback win. And Winnie ends up with 1,710 damage, 6 kills, 86 of 194 shooting, only 44%. But therein lies the difference between somebody who plays the tank a lot and Winnie, who's playing it to get in the Hall of Fame. So he hasn't quite got the idea down of being easy on the trigger finger at those longer shots. Either way, it worked out very well for him. He got 231 spotting damage, 3 spots, minus 39,305 credits. Got 100 points of cap defense and earned 2,259 XP. Survived the fight. Got an Orliks. Got a Top Gun. Got a Defender. And then he added in a Fire for Effect and Bruiser mini medal, and that gives him a battle score of 2,344, which puts him in 4th place on the Luchs Hall of Fame. Good solid entry. And like I said, he doesn't normally play that tank. He's playing a lot of the scouts just to see if he can get him into the Hall of Fame. So you have to forgive some of the shooting errors that he made. He could have probably gone up into the mid-50s if he would have been a little more judicious in his shot spacing, but that's just something to look at and learn from. You saw the comeback he pulled off, so I'm not knocking him at all. It's a mistake a lot of people make, and it's hard not to. When you have that mid-range distance shot, if you just unload the clip, you won't hit anywhere near as many rounds as instead of just going, you go boom, boom, let it aim in, boom, let it aim in, boom, let it aim in, boom. You end up being a lot more accurate. You cause more damage and you get quicker kills, all of which help you survive the fight. Just a little trick to pick up on and improve on. He went down into the middle and spotted. With all those TDs there, he knew he couldn't just rush the middle and get away with anything. So he was just spotting and sniping. And he moved over to the left and tried to help out. The enemy team started moving up to cap, and as his teammates slowly died, he began slowly piling up the damage and picking off tanks, and ended up 1-on-3. They were kind enough to have one guy come at him solo, and he was able to take care of him. The A44 didn't really come at him. The SU-100 was coming at him. But he was able to end run around him, come over this way, and snipe the A44 from distance, come all the way around and up, and the 85 was looking the wrong way, and that let him move right in next to him. And from there he was able to control the guy while he reloaded his clip a couple times. The SU-100 was too far away to be able to get back in time to help. And it's another case of when you are the team with 3 or 4 tanks left trying to beat a single player, don't spread out. In a situation like this, put a guy on cap and then set up in positions that flank him, that can spot people far enough off to where they aren't going to get close enough and shoot your capper without someone seeing them. And then you all converge on the guy and take him out. You spread out like they just did, and he's going to pick you off one at a time. We've been seeing a lot of examples of this lately, and we'll probably keep seeing them over and over because that's an excellent way to get into the Hall of Fame. Have tanks at the end where you get to get all the damage, and they think they're all going to come in and take you on because they're big tough guys, and all of a sudden they find out that, hey, this guy's more capable than I thought I was, and oh my god, we just lost the battle. How? Because he didn't play together as a team. From Karelia, and I might want to add, that one tank when he came up here, I guess it was the 12T, his ally went around the base and came up from the other side. And like I said, I don't know if it's intentional or not. It was the perfect way to play it. Get the 12T worried about you, So as WinnieANKA comes up and approaches, that 12T's gun is pointed direct opposite of where the real threat is coming from, and it let him pull up there and just take the guy out with no worries about getting damaged in return. That's team play, and it's perfect play, and it adds up, letting you get back into fights to where then Winnie could go on and win it on his own. From Karelia, standard mode, west spawn, or south spawn. I don't know which I call this one. Pulling out a big comeback victory in his Luchs. Happy hunting.